Today, we're going to break down episode 3 of The Housemaid from Minds and Mystery. We're talking about how the writers create this absolutely masterful level of suspense. Seriously, it's like a psychological pressure cooker. Let's dive right in.
So the episode kicks off with this chilling line from our protagonist, Millie. And that's not just a piece of dialogue. That's the entire theme of the episode, right there. Instantly, the writers tell us this isn't a home. It's a crime scene waiting to be discovered. Every quiet moment from here on out, it just feels heavy with threat.
All right, first up, the premise. Let's look at how the episode sets up its core conflict. Because the writers are really playing a game with us right from the jump, twisting our perceptions to build this incredible foundation of just calculated unease. It's fascinating to see how they pull it off.
So they throw these two characters at us, right? Nina's madness is so over the top it feels almost staged. And then you have Andrew's kindness, which is so perfect it feels like a performance. The writers do this on purpose. They make these characters feel a little too convenient, which forces Millie and us to immediately start asking what's real and what's just a terrifying act.
Okay, so you've got this unease building, but how do they crank it up a notch? Well, that brings us to the first huge turning point. This is the moment where that vague, creepy suspicion explodes into a real, tangible investigation. And it all happens because of one single discovery. And look at how fast things move for Millie here. She goes from this gut feeling, a noise in the basement, to actively hunting for clues. But the real game changer, the engine that drives this whole thing forward, is finding that diary entry. That one clue doesn't just help her, it completely flips the script and sends her investigation in a whole new direction. And here's the kicker. The clue she finds isn't what she's expecting at all. She's looking for something to confirm that Nina is unstable, but the diary, it does the exact opposite. It points the finger away from the obvious suspect, Nina, and straight towards the one person who seemed totally safe, Andrew. And this is just brilliant writing because it shows the power of recontextualization. Think about it. That lock on the outside of her attic room, at first, we just thought it was a symbol of Nina's weird, controlling personality. But in an instant, it's terrifyingly reframed. It's not about keeping Millie out of the house anymore. It's about keeping her locked in. It becomes a symbol of a cage. So that one clue changes everything, and it leads us right to the villain's playbook. We're going to dissect the psychological manipulation going on here, because it's not just random cruelty. Oh no. It's a deliberate, step-by-step plan designed for one thing: total control. And this is why this kind of manipulation is so scary, right? First, Nina's behavior gets worse and worse, which isolates Millie and makes her feel totally alone. Then, Andrew swoops in at the perfect moment, playing the hero, offering the exact comfort she's desperate for. And what's the result? She becomes completely dependent on the very person who's manipulating her. It is a terrifyingly effective trap. Wow, this line from the script is just... It's the moment we, the audience, see the horrifying truth. Millie is in his arms, feeling safe, but we see his reflection, and the mask is gone. He's not looking at a woman he loves. He's looking at her like a gardener looks at a new tool. It's incredible dramatic irony that puts us a step ahead of Millie, watching her walk right into danger. Okay, so everything has been building to this, the climax of the episode. This is the point of no return, where all of Millie's theories and worst fears are about to smash head-on into a terrible, terrible reality. And then she sees the keys just sitting on the counter. Was it a mistake? Or was it a deliberate test? As Millie stands there, in front of that locked basement door, the show forces us to hold our breath right along with her. What is back there? The suspense is just... it's unbearable. What I love about this reveal is that it's not some cheap jump scare. The terror isn't a monster jumping out of the darkness. No, the horror is the cold, hard, undeniable proof that confirms everything she was afraid of is not only true but worse than she imagined. So what she finds down there, it's this chilling, repeating pattern. Millie realizes she's not the first woman to be saved and brought to this house. She is just the latest victim in this sick, meticulous cycle of manipulation. And if she can't get out, she definitely won't be the last. The stakes are now officially life and death. And that brings us to the final moments. But what an ending. This is an absolute masterclass in how to construct a cliffhanger that leaves the audience totally breathless, with no relief in sight. First, you get that sound. The garage door. You know exactly what it means. They're home. Time is up. The trap is about to spring shut. It's that perfect introduction of an immediate, inescapable threat. And then, just to make it worse, the writers start tightening the screws. The key gets stuck, there's no other way out. And you hear those footsteps getting closer. It's this horrible countdown to doom. Every single escape route is just systematically and cruelly shut down, leaving her, and us, feeling completely trapped. But just when you think you know what's going to happen, bam, the final, brilliant twist. The person she sees isn't who she thought it would be. This adds this whole new layer of mystery right on top of the immediate heart-pounding danger. Who is it? And that's where they leave us, with this killer final line that basically poses a question to the audience, reframing everything we thought we just figured out. It's a perfect hook that guarantees we are all coming back for that finale. Just a brilliant piece of narrative suspense.